We need to be paying attention to this Bitcoin chart right now. Bitcoin is on the move, making another higher high on the daily time frame. And the question on everybody's mind is, are we going to see that $30,000 Bitcoin? Are we going to see a 40, 50K Bitcoin? Or are we going to get a major pullback? We are going to be discussing all that and more in today's video. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell for notifications because we are bringing you the most timely and accurate Bitcoin updates available on YouTube. So first of all, guys, as we can see from this chart, Bitcoin is breaking out of major resistances and we're coming up to the green box. I call this green box the doorway to Pump City because if Bitcoin can come above this box, I do believe with all my heart we will see a $30,000 Bitcoin. And as you can see, I'm still holding the long trades from the setup that I gave over in the Casper Crew VIP Discord back in December to take a long from $16,300. I am holding multiple long positions right now. And as you can see, I do still have my take profit set at higher prices. So what are the things that we need to be aware of right now? First of all, it's very important that we understand that Bitcoin is coming up to a key box of resistance. In fact, if we take a look at the chart right here, we can see that Bitcoin is coming right into our box labeled short zone number 2. Okay, short zone number 2. This is the other trade setup that was given over in the Casper Crew VIP Discord to be looking for short trades. This is a very important zone of resistance, and actually it did make for a nice little short scalp as well, which I'm currently still in. Just a scalp for right now, guys. I'm not actually expecting this to turn into much. I've already locked in a TP1. Let's see what happens to this, but we need to be aware that we are coming to resistances. So what do we need to be looking at on the chart to determine if we're going to break these resistances or reject? Now, first of all, if you do want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord where we give these trade setups in advance and the levels every single day, multiple live streams a day going over this price action in depth, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, if you want to trade on ByBit for 0% limit fees, check out the link in the description of the video. I don't like to show exchanges, but 0% limit fees is legitimately a good deal only if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing and you try to trade on ByBit, well, your whole life will fall apart. You'll stub your toe in the middle of the night, scream really loud, wake up your wife, will wake up your baby. Your wife is going to leave you. Your girlfriend's going to break up with you because she found out you had a wife. You're going to drop your phone in the toilet. You're going to get a flat tire. You're not going to be able to go to work because you have a flat tire. You can't call your boss because you don't have a phone. You're going to get fired. You're going to lose your job. You're going to burn your tongue on a hot cup of coffee, all because you didn't take the time to actually learn how to trade. Okay, so getting back to the chart right here, we can see that we are coming up to this zone of resistance. Here's what we need to pay attention to. Number one, market Cipher B, the oscillator that I use. What is it telling us right now? We need to be aware of the fact that the 4-hour time frame is in fact printing and has been printing for a very long time now, pretty much ever since we finally broke out on Saturday, January 23rd. It has been printing the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern. What is the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern? As we can see from Sam Bankman-Fried's mammoramuses, they're a little bit uneven. In fact, as the price continues to get higher, right over here, we can see that Sam Bankman's man boobs continue to get lower, like this. And not only that, we can see the money flow is also getting lower. This is a very bearish sign. When we take a look at our 4-hour time frame, we can see that market Cipher B is in fact printing this exact pattern right here, where we've got the red pepperoni nipples getting lower. We've even got this blue money flow getting lower. So we really need to be aware of this pattern forming as we are coming up into this box. If we cannot reclaim this green box, and I'm talking about $25,000 at the top of this box, and we're still printing these bearish patterns, I do believe we are going to see a more of a pullback than what we are getting right now. However, if we are able to reclaim this box right here, $25,000, and then maybe retest it as support, then I believe that that potentially could give us our move up to $30,000. Okay, so it's very important. I would say if I was not in a long trade right now, I would definitely not be looking for longs at this level. I'm only looking for shorts at this level because of the old advice that my grandfather gave me, which is, son, if you want to get into investing, let me tell you a thing or two. All you got to do is buy low and sell high, right? And we are objectively coming to a high. We can also see that potentially on the 1-day time frame, we will be getting a very juicy looking bearish divergence pattern. Okay, a bearish divergence. This is where we have two humps, a big hump and a little hump as the price is getting higher, also known as the good old upside down uneven butt cheek pattern. These are bearish signs at resistance. So here's what I'm really looking at. The dollar, guys, the dollar. The dollar is inversely correlated to Bitcoin. Okay, so if the dollar is dumping, Bitcoin is going to pump. That is why when the news came out today, the FOMC rate hike announcement, 25 basis points, when the dollar got this big move to the downside, Bitcoin and the stock market started to pump. The S&P 500 pumps. The reason why we need to be keeping our eye on this is because, yes, the dollar is in bearish market structure, but oftentimes what happens is if we are going to take out a previous low, we will get a little bounce from that low. Okay, let's take a look at what happened at previous times. The dollar took out lows on the chart. We took out a low right over here. We took out a low right here, okay? When we came down and we took out this low, look at what happened to the dollar. It took a while for it to happen, but the dollar actually did get a relief rally. After taking the low, we got a big wick to the upside before another move to the downside, right? This happens very, very often, and it very well could happen right here, okay? The dollar's taking out the low. If we get a move to the upside, a relief rally, this will cause Bitcoin to have a pullback. It's inversely correlated. So the dollar right now is dipping down into key support. Bitcoin right now is dipping up into key resistance. If the dollar starts to get a reversal here, I will be looking for much more of a pullback on Bitcoin. However, if the dollar continues to make lower lows, or if the dollar is unable to reclaim this level and it simply just retests and then comes lower, I will also be looking for Bitcoin to break out of that green box and hit that $30,000 level. Now, if we take a look at the dollar right now on the weekly time frame, it is looking like we very well may get a little move to the upside. When we look at the daily time frame, what do we see on the daily time frame? We are seeing right here a potential bullish divergence, right? Where we have a very nice momentum wave forming right here and then a higher momentum wave forming right here, giving us that very nice uneven butt cheek pattern where we have the very juicy butt cheek on the left, nice and juicy and round and full of ravioli just flowing out, and then the right cheek nice and skinny, right? Like that skinny old waitress at the diner with the Brooklyn accent who smokes too many cigarettes. You know what I'm talking about? Her name's Dolores. Hey, Dolores, get over here. This guy needs another cup of coffee. How you doing, Jason? Looking kind of skinny. Dolores, you think I look skinny? I'm trying to work out. How do you think I'm skinny, Dolores? Jason, do you eat anything? Let me get you some pancakes. Now, here's the thing. As the price is coming down to the key support, and we see Dolores' uneven butt cheeks, this can now give us a move to the upside. So be watching the dollar very, very closely. Okay, this is the daily candle. Is this daily candle going to reclaim the level? If so, we need to be very, very careful that Bitcoin may reject from this zone right here. Okay. Now, if the dollar continues to make lower lows, I expect Bitcoin to also make higher prices. Where are we looking for Bitcoin to get a pullback to? That's also very important. There are a few major areas that I am looking for Bitcoin to get a pullback to. First of all, I do still remain bullish on Bitcoin overall. As you can see, I still have my long trades open from 16.3K. Why am I still bullish overall? It's because we have officially flipped into bullish market structure. The dollar in bearish market structure. Even if we get a retracement, we're still in a downtrend. Bitcoin right now, bullish market structure. Even if we get a retracement, we are still in an uptrend. We are making our low, our high, our higher low, our higher high, our higher low, our higher high. Where would we look for a retracement if we do get our pullback? I like to pull my fib from the low to the high. And if we do that, and we also take a look at all the volume that has traded here basically since June until our present day, we can see that we have a very, very strong key support zone right down here at about 19,100, 19,200-ish, coming down to the high 18,000s, okay? And if we get a major pullback here, I will actually be looking for Bitcoin to potentially make its way all the way back down to the 19-ish K level before getting another major bounce. And this is the area where I would actually be looking for a long trade. Now, we do have some intermediate levels before we get down to there, okay? Before we get down to there. Now, I'm not saying we're going to drop. I'm not saying we're going to pump. What we're doing here, guys, is we're making a plan in advance. That is how we're going to plan for the long trade and take the long trade. That is how we're going to plan for the short trade and then take the short trade. We have to have a plan in advance. If we can understand the possibilities of what price can do, then no matter what price does, we have a plan up our sleeve ready to go and capitalize on this price action. And if this is something you want to learn, check out the 20% discount on the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. We right now are offering a 20% discount. This is the course that will give you a clear point A to point B comprehensive trading system so that you always know where you're looking to take a trade, where to take profit, where to set your stop loss, and more. Okay, so these are actually the main zones that I am looking at right now to potentially find some support here. So sorry about my screen is totally freaking out right now. And All right. Well, you know what? We're just going to have to roll with it, guys. These are the zones that I am looking for support locally, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put on this. There's two key zones. First of all, we have never actually made a lower low over here at the level of $22,300. So this would be the first zone support where we get a pullback to. This would be a very bullish support at 22.3. Another bullish support would be bouncing from the pre-FTX dump support resistance flip, coming in right around 20,700 to around that 21.2K level. These would be more bullish scenarios. These are zones that we need to be ready and waiting for if we do get a pullback, because if we get a pullback to these zones, well, it's very likely that if we come down there and we do see some bullish divergences, that is the place to actually look for and get into a long trade. But keep your eyes on the dollar right now. Keep your eyes on this green box. Anywhere in this green box, we very well may get a rejection. Again, if we come above the green box, we are going to get sucked up right to our $30,000 level because it was a very smooth move down right here. Smooth move down equals smooth move up. Now, this is, of course, a little bit more speculative, but if we are going to reclaim the green box, that opens up the doorway to Pump City, because especially if we start to reclaim $30,000, it opens up the door to a quick move up to $47,000. If we reclaim $47,000, it's a quick move up to $50,000 Bitcoin. Is that going to happen? I don't know. Right now, we're in bullish market structure. We can look for higher lows and higher highs. Until we start to make lower lows and lower highs, we can expect the uptrend to continue. And so these are going to be some very, very high targets. But that is it, guys, for today's video. Please be careful out there. Please always have a plan in advance, whether you're buying Bitcoin on spot, trading on leverage, whatever it is, have a plan in advance, practice good risk management. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. I do pray everybody is very, very blessed. And I will see everybody in the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell. Peace, y'all.